So here we are, the YouTube experiment ends. If you don't know the story, my nephew goaded me into doing YouTube on a regular basis by betting me a pint that I would get 10,000 subscribers by the end of the year. He won that bet, got 10,000 a while back. In fact, we end the year with 13,000 subscribers, just over. A rather astonishing 6 million minutes of video watched. And a slightly extraordinary 1.2 million discrete, that's individual views. Pretty amazing from a standing start. That's just astonishing. Thank you very much, everybody who's watched. Thank you, everybody who's subscribed, and welcome if you're new here. And really thank you if you've been with me from the start. I wasn't sure what I was going to do at the end of the year. I am now going to carry on, obviously, because I feel I've put too much effort, both time and money, into getting the channel to here, so it would be silly to give that up and just to not do it. Anyway, I wouldn't know what to do with myself. Going forwards, no, we'll come to that. We end the year on a bit of a strange note, in a bit of a strange place. The last sort of 7 or 8 weeks, couple of months maybe, the videos have been very well received. It started with the Street Find video, the little table refurbishment that I did. That was just something I found. I brought that video forwards because my daughter needed a table. So I got that sort of rattled through and dealt with. The video went live, and I have never had so many comments so quickly. Overwhelmingly positive. People loved it. It was, you know, comments from people that I'd never heard from before. Comments from a few old subscribers, old friends, who were saying it was just the kind of project they were waiting for, because it's the kind of thing they can do in their shed because it's small and doesn't take much in the way of tools and materials. Just absolutely fantastic. And then I checked my analytics, and it was hands down the worst performing video I've ever put out. Absolutely, you know, a fraction of the views that I would normally have. Normally, you know, if I've got 13,000 subscribers, I don't get 13,000 views in every video, because life's not like that. Most people, most guys get sort of between a half and a quarter, typically. Even the, you know, top YouTubers, Jimmy DeRestas and the like, will only in their first week of a video get, you know, a couple of 100,000 views. I would love a couple of 100,000 views in a week, but obviously he's got 1.1 million subscribers, so, you know, pro rata, it's a tiny percentage. I get, you know, 12, 13,000 subscribers. I typically get around about 6,000 views in the first week of a Friday video, and about 4,000, 4.5 on a Tuesday video, the shorter Tuesday tip type videos. The Street Finds started at, you know, 2,500 views for the week. They've grown since then, but, you know, not great by any stretch of the imagination, and certainly didn't correlate with the response that I was getting in the comments. And that pattern has continued actually with the gift ideas, the gift theme videos. Again, I'm not too bothered about the long-term effect of that, because I think they're going to be sleeper videos. There's no time limit on those. They'll just, you know, if somebody searches for, they're well tagged, somebody searches for woodworking gifts or gifts to make in wood, they will pop up, and, you know, hopefully people will find the whole playlist. And again, they've all been very well received, overwhelmingly positive, and yet, you know, not widely watched. So yeah, strange place to end the year in. Interesting in a lot of ways. I don't quite know what to do with that information, but I'm going to be continuing. I've got the reason I did those little sort of complete 10-minute bite-sized projects was because I knew I was going to be swamped with actual proper work, and I didn't want to try and shoot proper video because I know it slows me down, and I had a lot of work on this run up towards the end of the year, towards Christmas. It is always super busy, and I've got sort of 4 or 5 projects in the can which I'll release throughout the course of next year. Early on in the new year, I've got a couple of things to do. I have received my Tim Sway metric square, in fact not just one but two, so I'll have a competition giveaway for that. So I'll do a proper review or a roundup of that, how it differs to the original square. I've also got the Mirox ruler, Miroc Woodworking, this little ruler which is absolutely gorgeous. Do a proper review of that. And also Miroc sent me a 300mm square. Can't even fit it in, I'll take it further back. Not only that, but it has my let's see if I can get that focused. It's actually done my logo on it as well, which is pretty amazing. Looks backwards. Seems to be that way. That looks the right way around to me now, but probably backwards to you. Anyway, yeah, pretty good. So I've got that to those two to review as well. It's a work of art. This is absolutely beautiful. I almost don't want to use it. So yes, looking forward into the new year. We'll have more work type projects going on. I've got a couple more of the tool review type ideas to cover, and I will be starting the Traxel workshop. I'm sorry, it's been a long time coming. I know that I've had to change that a little bit. I had the Festool Cheap Tool series kind of died on the vine with the third comparison. I had three basically. I had the Traxel, I had the Sander, and the third one that I wanted to compare was the Triton Dowler with the Domino. And unfortunately, I couldn't buy a Dowler that was worth comparing. I bought three, I think, and returned them all. They were poor, nowhere near good enough. It's a shame because I had a great interview. I might put the interview out anyway. A guy called Chris Davison, he does Sharp Edge Woodworking channel. Check it out, it's up there. Chris happened to be in London for a time. He did the original video that I saw, the original review of the Triton Dowler, which put me onto the Dowler originally, which made the Festool Cheap Tool series worthwhile. So I thought, and he happened to be in London one day, and we had a really nice chat and a really good interview with him, which unfortunately has never seen the light of day, because I just haven't been able to find a Dowler that worked well enough to make the comparison. So I may well put the video out anyway, the interview, because he's a nice guy and very interesting to have a chat with him. So there's that, and there's a few other things in the pipeline, all kinds of things coming up, so do stay with me, stay with the channel. And the other thing I've done recently is enabled monetization on the channel, so you see adverts in front of anything. Honestly, I wish I'd done this from the start, because I would have been a few $1,000s better off. It's looking like even on this sort of quieter period with the gift idea videos, which haven't been that well viewed, it looks like I'll be getting about $250, $280 a month out of that. So yeah, that makes a big difference. That really helps. So don't skip the adverts. Thank you very much, and I will look forward to seeing you next year for the next season of 10 Minute Workshop. I'll see you then. Take care.